Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put the end, question mark, on a bagel. Greetings, First Jumpers. I'm not Lester Ryan Clark.
And I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with our movie ending.
And then ends with our movie beginning.
What? Question mark? What a weird way to introduce this minute. But folks, that's exactly what happens here. You'll remember in our last minute, it seemed like Evelyn had finally bought the farm, kicked the bucket, passed on. This Evelyn is no more. She has ceased to be. She's shuffled off this mortal coil, run down the curtain, and joined the bleeding choir invisible. This is an ex-Evelyn. I realized halfway through that we've already done this joke.
Yeah, our friend Jaime Waring Sharp, who's an opera singer in Los Angeles, very good. His euphemism is they caught the bus and done the dirt dance.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Caught the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Step one, caught the bus.
And done the dirt dance.
Step two, done the dirt dance.
So those aren't two separate ones. That's like you have to do that in order.
Yes.
Okay.
Death is a process.
Yes, it is. It is. But yes, Evelyn is dead. Or is she? I mean, yes, she is. But actually, or is she, right? Let's see how this plays out. So Jobu had said at the end of our last minute, "I'll see you again soon. Somewhere out there." And our minute begins with the end of that refrain she's singing. It's somewhere out there in all that noise. Again, the script doesn't call for her to sing, so Stephanie Hsu is making this choice. I really love this addition, and it got me wondering if our Joy is a singer. And then I thought how that would play out in the family dynamic, like with Evelyn having tried and failed in our universe. And now, here's her daughter with the exact same gift, the exact same talent. Do you think our Evelyn would encourage or discourage it?
Well, I'm jumping to the sad version of it, where Evelyn would think that she's encouraging Joy, but actually be discouraging her, like the very sad side effects of the stereotypical Asian American tiger mom of like, okay, you say that you like singing, so we're going to really do it, and then I'm going to be there telling you when you're not living up to your expectations and your own dreams and. If you really want this, you need to be practicing, like your teacher said, this many hours, and where are the metrics that we're judging you on, and how you're not living up to that, etc. And then Joy eventually just stops doing it.
I can also see, that is a possibility. I can also see the other way where she's kind of like, she doesn't want Joy to get her hopes up and then have them shattered like she did, but she'll discourage her Evelyn style. Oh, by Evelyn style. But no, she'll be like, it's like, it's a 1 in a million chance. It'll never, like these people who get picked, it's about who they know and, and all that stuff. And
right, and you've got to have a backup. Where's your backup plan?
Yeah.
Well, both of ours are sad in different directions.
Yeah.
But both of ours are sad, but coming from a place where Evelyn is trying to help her. Yeah. It's interesting because I hadn't thought of that until you brought that up, but we don't get a lot of like side material for Joy as a character, like in the script or in the dialogue or anything. Like
for our Joy,
we don't hear like, okay, she is a singer, or she like, what did she do for a job besides come to the laundromat and help when she can?
Right.
And like, has she been to college? Has she does she have a major? Even if you don't go to college, sometimes people have like a major. I'm like a comedian, or I am an artist. I draw. I'm a comic book artist, or something there. And we don't really have any of that of Joy, which is not necessarily atypical for the third character of our movie, but for one that's about her mother's dreams deferred. Yeah, we might think, okay, well, what's Joy's dream? What does she want to be doing rather than going to the laundromat?
Yeah, and how does that like compare? And how does Evelyn react to it?
Right. So I don't know. Potentially, our Joy not that she doesn't have any of that, but she maybe is suppressing them and like, not really expressing them out loud what they want to do. As a professor, at a film school, and I deal with a lot of young people who are in the arts or want to be in the arts, and I work with freshmen a lot, and a lot of them are like, yeah, I'd love to major in theater or graphic design or something, but I can't, and they sort of talk to me about like, their lives and what they want to be doing, and how they, their parents or their mostly their parents, they're pressuring them to not do that at all, and to have more practical but also kind of smaller lives in some way, more manageable lives.
Yeah. This happens all over the globe, right? Like every generation, it's like telling them, it's like, well, no, you need something stable, you need something realistic,
right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess if we can go on this hand, in case we have artists who are listening who are worried about this kind of thing, like it's this really unfortunate thing because in every tribe that's ever existed in humanity, like everyone was an artist, like everyone would draw and everyone would dance and there'd be singing, as people are like working in the fields or milling stuff, around the fire.
Yeah, and it was almost worked into the religion as well.
Oh, absolutely, right.
And ceremonies and storytelling.
And everybody would do it, and now we're at a state, I don't know, it's like that, and then yada yada yada. And now we're at a place where we tell people, and you have to be good at something in order for it to be worthwhile. So you have to be a good. So people say like, oh yeah, I'm not a very good singer. I'm not going to pursue that. Or like, oh, I draw, but don't look at them. I'm not a good drawer. And it's just really sad because like that's, I guess, capitalism. Putting it like if you can't sell it, if you can't make that your livelihood, then it's not worth doing.
Right. We're putting a value on the product rather than the process. Right. The like the act of singing, the transcendental. No, transcendental. No. The kind of like almost spiritual, almost out of body.
Yeah.
Joy and experience we get from making art, and that's supposed to be the thing. But it's like, no, can you make money off of it? Yeah.
Oh, geez, I forgot who I heard this from just recently talking about AI and, the idea that maybe AI will take all of our jobs and then you need something like universal basic income or something like some kind of communal, state to like support people because there will not be any work anymore. But this person was asking like the question like, well, what will people do all day? And he said, I think he said it was Socrates who said this, our friend Socrates, that like if you had nothing to do all day, you would be doing art. Right, like that. So to Socrates, that was the meaning of life.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. That is the. I always thought, that's the. I think I heard that is like the goal that we've been working towards is to have like this perfect world where we don't have to work in factories, we don't have to work as accountants or cashiers
truck drivers.
Truck drivers. Yeah, like all of that is automated, and we get to express ourselves to the fullest and make our art, and everybody's an artist, and it's like Syndrome says, if everybody no, but it goes to your point, Keenan. Then I think the capitalist structure we've built around that would crumble because. Like everybody's making music. Everybody's right. and it's not like there's no longer a way to measure whether or not it's good because we're not like oh you gotta like produce this many and you gotta sell this many songs or whatever
Right. Yeah. So, anyways, if you're out there listening and you're an artist and you're being discouraged, maybe not overtly, but even by yourself because you're not quote unquote good at it, I would say, that's okay. Like you don't have to be good at anything to do it. Look at us.
Yeah.
86 minutes of a show.
I was like, okay. Like as soon as he's done talking, I'm gonna bring this back around to how shitty we are. Would you beat me to it? But no, folks, I think I recommended this book at some point on one of our other shows, but The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This is exactly what she talks about. This is exactly she goes into like talking about God and kind of like mixing metaphors and stuff like that. But you can, even she says, you can kind of like swap out God for like universe or, your inner self or fate or whatever, or time or chance or, all that other stuff we said in that other episode.
Right.
But like, and in that way, she explains that human beings were meant to create things and not like build, rivets in a rivet factory or skyscrapers or shoes in a shoe factory. She means to make things in the same way that like God said, let there be light, and created all the beasts and all the plants, and Adam named all the things. You're supposed to do that too. You're and maybe your medium is painting or writing or singing or acting or like another like artistic expression. But that is your kind of like way of quote unquote playing God. But like you're encouraged to, like, you know, if you believe in God, she says, God wants you to do that. It's blasphemy not to do that.
Right.
And if you have, this is what she says, if you have like some kind of like inclination, you know, if your you know, heart lights up whenever you hear, you know, music, or whenever you see somebody, you know, dancing, or when, you know, you love watching like making of featurettes of movies and stuff and listening to the actor interviews, like pay very, very close attention to that, because that is your, like, that's your soul speaking, and it's like that is your calling, right? Like, so like, oh, like all of this stuff that you like and that you surround yourself with, that means you're, you know, like deep down you are an actor at heart, or a singer at heart, or a writer or a storyteller at heart. And what she leaves out, and I think intentionally, is the measure of whether or not you're good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like that doesn't matter. Like, like it can be in you, it can be in your bones, in your soul to be a storyteller or a singer. So go and do that, right? Maybe you won't get, you know, scooped up by Hollywood and you know, sign a, you know, $1 billion record deal. Who cares? Go and sing, because that feeds your soul.
Yeah, one of the most impactful exercises she had for me was, hey, today go on a walk. And, you know, just because we're trying to train you to go on a walk, your job is to collect 2 or 3 little things from your walk, and like an interesting rock or a leaf or something, and bring them back. And then, oh, what are you supposed to do with that? Nothing.
Yeah.
It is the joy of finding it. And like, you don't have to tell somebody like, oh, take a picture of it. You know, Julia Cameron sent me on a walk, and I posted on Instagram. Like, no, like just bring them home, and now you have something from your walk, and you can do that every single day if you want to.
Yeah. And the other thing she has, so those are, I believe they're called artist dates, right? We kind of like have a date with your inner artist. And the other thing she recommends you do every day is the morning pages. And you literally just like write 750 words, three pages of whatever. Like it can literally be just like stream of consciousness. It'd be like, you know, like so many of mine would start out like, okay, this is boring. This isn't working. I gotta, you know, pay those bills. I gotta, like, I'm so tired. The caffeine hasn't kicked in yet. You know, and that's like a page and a half of that. And again, she emphasizes like, nobody will ever see these. This isn't for any purpose. You're not like drafting anything. You're not even brainstorming, right?
Right.
But then you kind of are. That's the thing, is like this, like making it have absolutely no consequence and no value, like frees you up so much. And then like, yeah, maybe that rock that you found on that walk, or that paragraph that you wrote about, you know, whatever, it sparks something in you, and then, you know, the creative process can kind of like start flowing.
Right. Or it doesn't. Forgive yourself.
Yeah.
What she
right.
says,
And then just do it again tomorrow, because you're just going to do it every day, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hope we helped somebody.
Hopefully,
We'll see. Yeah. Hopefully we didn't encourage someone to do some terrible futuristic art fascism in the world, and we're the start of it. I hope.
Oh, God, yeah.
They like preserve this one in amber to say, oh, geez.
At the museum in 5026, it is like just pictures of us, like in our podcast studio, which never existed.
Never
existed. Like it's just like somebody made that picture with AI, and it's 2 of us, right? And it's like, and these were the prophets, and you know, they started art fascism, and and now we have to sing praises to the God King of what are you doing here?
Oh, I wish we could live that long. All right. Well, I'm really glad that you talked about her singing, because Stephanie Hsu has done this a couple times, as you pointed out, where the line is scripted just as a line. So I'll see you again soon, somewhere out there and all that noise. And it doesn't say to sing or anything. And Stephanie Hsu has done that. She has a lovely voice. If you're listening to our show kind of out of order, or however you want to listen to it, you might not realize that Stephanie Hsu is a Broadway star who, again, like has originated roles like Karen in the SpongeBob Broadway musical, right? So like, yeah. So I don't know. I haven't seen anywhere, and since you brought it up, I would try to look, but I haven't seen anywhere yet where we saw like how that came about, like when she broached the topic, you know, to the Daniels, or whether she was just doing that on the set, or whether they encouraged it. But it's really interesting about Jobu having this art to her that our joy does not necessarily, or at least feel like she's able to express them. Right.
I was thinking, like maybe she has it, but you know, she's too. She doesn't. I mean, so much of this is through her mom's eyes, like so much of this movie. So it's like, it's almost like she's keeping it from us whenever she comes to the laundromat, right? Like maybe that's why we don't know that her and Becky are in a band or something like that, you know? Because she doesn't tell that to Mom, right? So by osmosis, vicariously, whatever. Yeah. Like we also don't know it when she shows up in the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we're doing this across minutes, this line here. So I'll see you again soon, somewhere out there, she said. And now we have in all that noise.
Yes.
So have you heard of this phrase, the signal and the noise?
No.
Okay. So this comes from so noise is such an interesting word choice there,
Yeah,
right?
if you say it like we've been saying it like multiple times now and it's already losing its noise.
Right, because we were just talking
Wait a minute. Noise is the one word that if you say it enough, it becomes the thing that... Sorry, I couldn't let that go.
Noise. Is there a good accent where it becomes, euphonous, like instead of cacophonous? I don't think there is.
No.
Like noise. Noise.
See, now it doesn't even sound. It sounds like a person from New Zealand saying nice.
Right.
Noise. That's not a noise. No, that's Australian.
It's noise to meet you. I'm Rocco. It's noise to meet you.
I completely destroyed what you were going to say. Like, I torpedoed it. Like,
oh, it probably couldn't have been important. No, let's see here. The signal and the noise. So,
yes.
So, Joy or Jobu uses that term here, all that noise.
Yes.
Where Alpha Wayman has used the phrase chance or random chance.
Right.
And talked, so it's two of them potentially talking about the exact same thing. Where like the structure of the universe to Jobu is noise, and the structure of the universe to Alpha Wayman is chance, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're they haven't talked to each other because she wasn't in that scene, but they're both talking about these two different ideas. That like he says we had all this randomness that's brought us together for these few hours, and I love you. And then Jobu is talking about the same thing, but like, hey, I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you out there. Next time. No big deal. You died this one. It's melancholy. I wish you didn't, but oh well. And we're gonna see each other again. For sure.
It's all noise. It's all
noise. Yeah. So that phrase is from things engineering, like radio engineering, like whether you can find a signal amongst all of the static. So that's where that comes from. And then now when we've added like pictorial elements that we could broadcast, it's the same sort of idea, like how much static is going to be there, how much like false data points there's going to be. And so now that's become a really a key phrase within like data science at all, of like the signal of and the noise. And so you hear like people talking about data or like trying to predict elections or trying to like even predict culture, like how much of culture, thinking of like the attention economy, how much of it is signal or how much of it is noise? Like can you find trend in there, or is it just randomness? Because there's just so much stuff like uploading, billions of minutes to YouTube every year, like what is there out there? So
right.
The phrase, the signal and the noise has become the thing that's because of Nate Silver's 2012 book about data prediction, especially like, he's an election forecaster. He had this website called 538. So that became, the phrase associated with election and polling. But he was also talking about like baseball statistics and the financial crisis and stuff like that. About like, where do you overemphasize, hey, look, we have this data here. Let's make policy or let's change our ideas about what's going on, when that could just be randomness.
Right. Oh, wow. Yeah. Like how much of this swirly soup is meaningful, and then you could say, well, all of it is, but then
all of it, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and so there's some of that even within like cosmology, like we were talking about last minute, like. Kirk Cameron got made fun of pretty hard because he was like, look at bananas, and bananas are this sign of intelligent design because bananas are perfectly shaped for the human hand, and they have this case around them and there's no seeds and all of that stuff. And then pretty quickly, this is like kind of early internet stuff. They're like, bananas are engineered for people. Like we made them that way. Like they're not like that in nature. God, I guess God did make us to selectively breed the bananas. So
sure.
God, yeah.
If there's one thing I learned, it's that in this argument, the God people always win. Still do exactly what you just did.
Yes. Who gave us the idea for the banana?
Checkmate. He also invented chess, man.
Oh, yeah.
And Bobby Fischer. Boom!
Oh. But so similar, the other side of the coin of what we were talking about last week of like the randomness of chance of like how did people get to evolve as people, and how did our soulmates find each other amongst all that noise, all of that like. So it's more about like trying to see through randomness and trying to like make meaning from randomness is signal and noise.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. This is something else I gotta look into more, because that is really, really interesting. But yeah, all that noise, folks, and Jobu walks away, still singing, and Waymond is beside himself. He calls out, "Don't leave! Help her! Please help!" And then he calls out to anyone who will hear another "help," and begins shaking Evelyn as the camera moves up and away. And then, at the end, what are we doing here? How can this be the end? Surely it's a joke. But no, we linger on this end title, and then it fades. And then I think the gut punch is when we see the next title card just saying written and directed by Daniels.
Daniels.
The Daniels, they're part of the real world. This is real? Wait, it can't be. And then produced by Alexander Wong, Evelyn Kwan. Wait a minute. Because this title card is sort of like retreating into the blackness, do you see? Or that's what, we think at first. We might not understand the Evelyn Kwan part yet, but then something happens. We realize the title cards aren't retreating into the blackness. We are backing away from a screen. It's the movie screen in the theater. Now we can see the audience, and just before we cut away, we get two more title cards. We get starring and then Evelyn Kwan. And our minds are given just enough time to register that name, and then we cut to a close-up in the audience of Wong Kar-wai Evelyn. And we realize that Wong Kar-wai Evelyn, who is also martial arts Evelyn, is Evelyn Kwan. And I feel so stupid, folks. I did not understand why it wasn't Evelyn Wong. And the first thing my mind went to was, probably not all the Evelyns have the same name. That's probably, there's probably ones where the first name is different, which is true. Like that makes sense, but it's a step farther than I needed to go. And then I started wondering, okay, there's got to be some meaning to the name change. It must be an Easter egg, because the name Alexander Wong is an Easter egg. That is a dedication to the late father of our actual producer, Jonathan Wong. And in the final credits, his name comes up again in a dedication. I was actually able to...
in the actual credits,
the real...
everywhere, yeah.
Oh, this is so confusing. Yes, in the real credits at the end. Right? But yes, I was actually able to find an Instagram post by Jonathan Wong. His Instagram tag is Wong spelled Wong. I realize I should actually spell that on the air. It's WONGSPELLEDWANG. Yeah, so that's his IG tag, so check it out. And he posted a picture of his dad with this caption. It says, "Today, my dad would have turned 68. Last time I saw him, he was at the LA premiere of Swiss Army Man. There, he told Daniels, 'I am Chinese. I eat a lot of spicy food, but your movie, too spicy.' This year, we finally get to release our new movie, which definitely has some Alex Wong in it. From the butchered movie titles to the unapologetic Chinglish, a touch of my dad lives on in this film. As we gear up to release this movie I love so deeply, I am comforted to know my dad will forever be memorialized in the spirit and credits of our film." And then at the bottom, in Mandarin, he wrote, "Happy birthday, Dad. I love you."
That's really nice.
That is a really sweet dedication. Yeah.
Can we talk about Jonathan Wong for a second?
Sure, yeah.
Sometimes I feel bad that we don't recognize things earlier, but that's the advantage of doing the show over 3 years and doing all of this. So one of the films in the Daniels' filmography that we have not talked about is one that I just discovered now because of Jonathan Wong. So Jonathan Wong produced a movie directed by Daniel Scheinert and not Daniel Kwan. And this is in 2019, and it is called The Death of Dick Long, who is our character from Heath Pegset's office, yes, at the IRS. So we are not crazy. Richard Long must be a reference to their previous character, Dick Long.
It's all coming together. Well, no, I mean, it was always all together. It's coming together for us, I guess.
Yes. Where Daniel Scheinert plays Dick Long. Okay, so when Daniel Scheinert comes out of Dick Long's secret sex dungeon, that he's probably playing Dick Long or, potentially playing Dick Long.
Yes.
And I have not seen this film, but I have read the spoilers for it. And
does he die?
Oh, I guess that's true, huh? Okay. The death of Dick Long.
Yeah.
So sorry I didn't make that connection earlier until I was looking up Jonathan Long because of his his Easter egg with his very sweet, loving Easter egg to his father here. Now we've gone and sullied it by talking about this movie.
Yeah. Well, no, Dick Long sullied it. I mean, anyway. But no, it was a really, really sweet dedication. And so, yeah, that's what made me think, okay, Evelyn Kwan also means something. So I'm looking all over the place trying to figure out who this is referencing. I'm thinking, oh, this is another like person who helped with the production or something like that, right? And it doesn't help that there's like a Mandela memory in my head about the Daniels like saying something about this name. I was like, didn't they say something in the audio commentary?
Oh, okay.
No, they didn't. I went and I checked. I was like, no, they passed through, this part of the movie. It's like, all right. Oh, okay. So I was just like searching all over the place. And then I came across the wiki for the movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Evelyn, our Evelyn, is listed as Evelyn Kwan Wong. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I look at Gong Gong's wiki, and he is listed as Gong Gong Kwan. And I'm like, Lester, you idiot. That's her maiden name. And of course she would still have it because she hasn't married Waymond in this universe. Folks, it took me so many more steps to realize this very, very simple thing.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you did all that work. So you texted early in the morning today. It was like because I think you saved me the same amount of steps to figure that out.
So and why is it Kwan?
Yeah, I do feel so. He's like, oh, they have maiden names in China. Interesting. What an interesting culture.
Yeah. So that took a lot longer than it needed to, but that's our show, folks. This is why you should chase your artistic dreams because look, we just wasted like 45 minutes of your time talking about stuff you probably already knew.
Yeah. Well, we saved them time by doing ours for many, many hours to look for these things.
Sure. Unless they already knew it and they were like, yeah, duh.
Well, but here's the thing. They clearly have thought, maybe not clearly. They might have thought of this because it says the end, and it could have said starring Evelyn Kwan, and then we would get that. But instead, it goes written directed by Daniels, and then Evelyn Kwan. The first time we see her as a producer, so that that's a legitimate way to end your movie. But that is confusing because we haven't heard that term before, Evelyn Kwan. So so I think they have an idea that it is confusing for a split second beyond just the fact that we've just seen our character die.
Yeah. No. The fake out is the Daniels because then we think it's like, wait a minute, no, this is our movie. This is the actual movie, right?
Right. And then to point out that in the credits of Everything Everywhere All at Once. We're going to get there, but we smash cut to the title of the movie, which we don't have in this movie within a movie. We don't see the title of it. And then the Daniels credit is not as the Daniels. It is written and directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert.
Oh.
Yeah, so in our actual credits, which is typically how they do it. And then I think that they've created this brand Daniels, but they tend to use that in their their music videos, I think. And then here it's more like, hey, this is a real movie, everybody. Let's be serious.
Yeah.
Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert.
Hey, everybody, we're just gonna be real directors right now.
Right, because we're ending on very positive emotion in this in Swiss Army Man, and not a goofy. It's not goofy at the end. So right. So
I guess and that also tracks with like. Because it isn't even the Daniels. It's just Daniels, which is like that's their kind of like brand.
Right.
And so, okay, you're going to end the fake movie with the kind of like the fake goofy like brand name. Okay. All right. So there's clues. You just got to be, like less of an idiot than me, Just like a little bit more observant than a garden slug. Anyway. But no, the Daniels say they actually felt a little bad for pranking the audience because some of them would clap at this point. I guess like at the bigger like premiere screenings,
Right.
Do you clap at movies at the end of movies?
At festivals or at the premieres,
Right.
or like when there's people in the audience who made it. Like we just at UNLV, we just screened our newest director, David Mackenzie. He brought his movie Fuse, F-U-Z-E, to us a day early, and we got to see it. And of course, we clapped uproariously, at the end. because he was in attendance and he's our professor, and
Yeah.
that's really great. And if I could plug that, yes, go see Fuse in theaters now, Fuze, with Aaron Taylor Johnson, who gives a very interesting performance, I think.
Okay.
And it is about bomb disposal teams. They found a World War II bomb in the middle of London, and now they have to dispose it. It can go off anytime. It's just like sitting in the middle of a construction site, and it's very good.
Ooh, like a World War II bomb.
Yeah, and it's got Theo James and Sam Worthington and Gugu Mbatha-Raw, and yeah, very good. So Fuse. So we clapped for Professor David Mackenzie because he was there. I have seen some audiences clap at the end of a movie just because they liked it. But the craziest one is I did see a standing ovation for Saving Private Ryan when we saw that in 1998. So and now I'm looking back and that's kind of maybe performative, a little bit like I'm a bigger patriot than you, let's all stand up, etc. But I mean, we were really incredibly moved by Saving Private Ryan. So I don't know how that does nowadays. but yeah, we hadn't quite seen anything like it, and it is a great movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's this fine line, right, where the Daniels have made this prank, and they do want to confuse and fuck over the audience a little bit, but they know there is a line where between being pranked and going, oh, that was fun, and being pranked and like, oh, I applauded, I've embarrassed myself a little bit, right?
Yeah. And actually, they also had an idea to let the full credits roll, and the entire next sequence was going to be shot picture in picture, like a Jackie Chan blooper reel.
Oh my God!
I wonder if they scrapped that when they got Michelle Yeoh. What do you think of that idea? I want to see it, but I don't. I like because I like what we got. Like it's absolutely perfect, but I also kind of want to see that. You know what I mean?
That is brilliant. It's brilliant, but like it's brilliant to me hearing about it hypothetically and imagining some audience who is not me experiencing it. Right? Like if I had watched that, I might not find that brilliant.
I've been manipulated.
Yes, that is such a good idea. And then, did we talk about the Vice end credits? The movie Vice, Adam McKay's end credits?
We haven't talked about the Vice, so we can't have talked about the Vice end credits.
No, it's just Vice.
Oh,
without yeah.
Oh, like Daniels.
Yeah, like Daniels. So this is where Christian Bale is playing Dick Cheney.
Okay.
Which is very good. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't seem to believe this is a good movie already.
No. You kind of like surprised me with the mention of Dick Cheney. Much like Dick Cheney did to that guy.
That's right. Well, that's in the movie, too.
Oh, okay.
So it's a biopic about Christian Bale playing Dick Cheney, and Amy Adams is Lynn Cheney, and it's good. It takes a lot of interesting risks. And it's non-chronological and all over the place, but it has a false ending very early on in the movie. So like 30 minutes into Vice, and it is, Dick Cheney has had some heart attacks, and he wants to run for president, and his political opponents start to say, hey, if you run, we're gonna attack your daughter who's a lesbian.
Oh,
and so then which is
like smear campaign, you mean?
Yeah, smear campaign. Like we say, like, hey, you're not, you can't be the president. Your daughter's lesbian. And so then he and Lynn Cheney say like, okay, like we're not going to run for president. And then we start getting credits, like title cards over over it, and it shows like Dick Cheney became CEO of Halliburton, and Lynn Cheney went on to write books on American history, which is all real. And then it's just these shots of them with their grandkids and the daughter there in their backyard with like golden retrievers and stuff, and it like totally looks like the ending of a movie, except it's only half an hour in.
Yeah.
And it says, Dick had a choice between pursuing the presidency of the United States and his youngest daughter. He chose his daughter. And then it says, the Cheneys would never again enter politics or the public eye. Lynn and Dick are happy and healthy, living in Virginia, where they breed award-winning golden retrievers. And then the credits start coming up. Dick Cheney, Christian Bale, Lynn Cheney, Amy Adams, etc. and then it just abruptly cuts where he gets a call, and I forget what the call is, but the call is like something like, you need to help George H.W. Bush become president now. He's like, oh, hello. Oh, all right. He goes second. But I've heard some of my friends who were just screening and they saw people leaving, and then luckily taking long enough that that they realized there's more movie there. but like half of it, like, I guess it's just a half-hour movie, and I guess in this version, Dick Cheney doesn't become vice president, even though the name of the movie is Vice.
Oh, Vice.
Vice.
Oh, it means two things or more. Okay.
So I think ours and Everything Everywhere is fast enough that probably people didn't start packing up their stuff. But
yes, but having the picture-in-picture might have like emptied out the theater.
That is one of my pet peeves of people leaving the theater when there are still images on the screen like that.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Like maybe, like when it's just a black screen and and the credits are going up. But,
I say for all of them, but I understand why people would leave. But they're like, as soon as it says directed by, they're like, okay, I have to go. This is not optional. We need to go. I need to go. I need to go
now. You can see on the screen it's directed by the Daniels. But actually, Daniel Kwan says this is where the movie really begins. Do you agree with that? We spent a lot of time talking about acts in our last show for The Exorcist, and that movie had like a really long Act 1, which was unusual. Would you call this moment in our film right now the end of an act?
Yeah, because The Exorcist is introducing, like, we basically have 3 first acts with 3 different main characters, protagonists, etc., and then they don't even meet each other until very late in the film. So it's like an hour and 20 minutes before Chris meets The Exorcist, which is, surprising, I think. But here, I think we've been in Act 2 for quite some time, and I think that this is more akin to what often in screenwriting is called the midpoint.
Okay.
Which is where things significantly shift. And I think we're kind of leading into the midpoint. I'm not going to disagree with Daniel Kwan, but we're not that far off from what seems to be Evelyn deciding, like, hey, I'm going to take control of the movie here when we get the title card that says everywhere.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So we're only like 2 minutes away from that. So he might be sort of talking about that whole thing. Like we're about to have Evelyn significantly change the movie. And so at the midpoint, it's kind of where you break up Act 2 into 2 different little acts.
Okay.
So you might be asking, if there is a midpoint that breaks Act 2 into 2 separate acts, then why do we say it's 3 acts and not 4 acts?
Yeah. If there's a midpoint that breaks Act 2 into 2 acts, why don't we say there's 4 acts instead of 3 acts?
Great question, Lester. So anyways, nobody knows why we do that. But basically everybody agreed that like Act 2 is this hard thing to really figure out unless you break it into smaller chunks.
Right.
So they call it Act 2A and Act 2B, or Act 2 Part 1 and Act 2 Part 2, etc. But that sounds like 4 acts, but we will never ever change from 3-act structure.
Yeah. And Hamlet has an Act 2B.
I've never heard that.
And that's all I'm going to say.
I didn't finish the rest.
Yeah, it was boring.
Wow, that is incredibly funny. So, anyways, I would think that this is the midpoint. So, it is. So, Daniel Kwan is right to say it's the end of an act because that is, what Hollywood screenwriters do. Like all screenwriters, like tend to break it up. But I wouldn't say that we are in Act 3 now or anything like that.
Okay, all right.
We are just in the third act.
Yes.
Of 4 acts.
Yes. Got it. In this universe.
Right. That's right.
But our Evelyn, who is now also Evelyn Kwan, wakes up as if from a dream in her movie theater seat as everyone else is clapping. She sort of checks herself, patting herself down, touching her face, like she can't believe she's still alive. Like she and that's one kind of clue that this is still our Evelyn because she's viscerally recalling her own death. And she's like, oh, I'm still alive, right? I also love this shot because you got everybody clapping and mostly they're all like smiling and happy. And then we got our like manager to Evelyn's left, our right. And he's just like sitting placidly clapping quietly. It's different from how everybody else is clapping. You know what I mean?
I think he might be playing that he is pretty much asleep.
That's what I was like I almost wanted to say he's clapping in character, but like, of course he is. But it's like, that is so the manager. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think this is the last time we're going to see him, this manager in the Wong Kar-wai world. I believe it's the last time. So let's just pay attention to him because I discovered something that, again, we should have noticed earlier. But
this is another thing that our listeners are like, when are they going to...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so pay attention to him. Memorize this face. This is the last time we're going to see him as the manager in the Wong Kar-wai universe.
Okay.
But we may see him again in our movie somewhere out there in all that noise.
All that noise. Oh. I figured out what you were doing at the last minute. I joined you, and it sort of made, like, it was very meta because it was like noise,
Noise.
Noise. Yeah.
That's not a noise. This is a noise.
Okay. Anyway. But I also noticed Foxy Waymond, he sort of, got this puzzled look on his face as he's clapping, and he stops clapping a little early. And then he turns and he says, like, he's very hesitant to speak, but he says, interesting ending, but very sad.
In the script, he says that line before we get a shot of Evelyn coming to. So it's like credits, and then we
Oh.
see Wayman in the audience, and then he says, "Interesting ending, very sad." So that would be obviously, I think, a little too confusing, even as if he's like talking to us instead of to Evelyn.
Yeah. Or, I mean, it could be, oh man, yeah, that's, because I've seen that done before also, like where, like, something horrible happens, and then you hear the voiceover say, "Oh no, that's not how it happened," and then we cut to it's like, "Grandpa, tell the story right," or something like that, right? Yeah. So yeah, gosh, I like both of those, but
Right.
Whatever it is, however they do it, I love this little wink, right? Because that's exactly our thought before we realize it's a gag. It's like, oh yeah, that's interesting. It's a very sad ending, and then Wayman vocalizes it for us. Right? See what you're doing, Daniels.
He's just their little puppet. He's just their raccoon, foxy Waymans.
Yeah. But Evelyn doesn't even hear. She bolts up from her seat and looks around, whispering, "Where is she?" She turns to Wayman and begins shaking him. "Where's our daughter?" And before he even has time to say, "What daughter?" she's heading down the road toward the aisle. We get a glimpse of the master sitting on the side of, on the other side of Wayman. And is that Michiko down there?
I was specifically thinking that is specifically not Michiko.
Oh.
As in, like, they've clearly put this woman who is not her there. Well, she's out of focus, so that's interesting where both of our minds went. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're making sure to note that that's not her, that she is not invited.
Yeah.
That's very
All
funny.
right. Well, listeners, you rate it.
We can't really see this woman, but
Yeah, it's blurry. But yeah, now it's Wayman's turn to get up. We follow him as he rises from his seat and looks after Evelyn, who is running Cinderella style up the aisle to the exit. I guess that's the only way you can run in that dress, is Cinderella style. But he watches her go and he says again, "Daughter?"
Yes.
Right.
And this is a moment that, here is a mistake. And I love pointing out the mistakes in the movie just so that we can say how unimportant these mistakes are. So whenever I try to point out a continuity error or a line cross or whatever, my whole point is just like, no, none of this matters unless you're watching this, quote unquote, the wrong way.
Like you're showing it, like see how like you love this movie and you didn't even notice this.
Right.
Yeah.
So in this, do you happen to have this, the movie up?
Hang on.
Okay.
You're going to show me something. Let's see. Okay. Yep, I got it.
All right, so it's this big packed house, right? And so she's running through, and we're watching her go, and we're watching Wayman stand up, and we are rack focusing to Wayman. But if you sort of back up, I'm at 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 50 seconds.
Okay.
And you can you see what's behind Evelyn as she's running away?
Is that... Are you talking about the wall?
Nope, lower than that. I'm talking about the hundreds of empty seats in this auditorium.
Oh.
Do you see that?
I don't. Oh, wait, now I do.
Yes, just like, of course. This is a relatively low budget movie, like a couple dozen $1 million, which is small for what they're doing here, right? And they've convincingly placed their extras, next to Evelyn, so it feels, and of course with all of the sound design, so it feels like a roaring applause with hundreds of people here at this giant movie palace, right? That's where we shot the lobby. And so, yes, so they don't quite have enough to put them everywhere in the frame. There's many empty seats in the back that we will never pay attention to unless you have somebody here who is, trying to crush your artistry. So if you win a bunch of Oscars, someone's still going to notice that, you're a cheap little movie. And you couldn't get people to show up to be extras for your movie, Daniels.
Oh, I thought you were doing it angry. I thought you were being like kinky. Like your cheap little movie.
Cheap little movie, Dick Long. What happened to you, Dick Long?
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, of course, because, like everything outside of the frame of the camera doesn't exist.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, they do that all the time. Like with like whenever they're filming a crowd, like they get everybody in. Like you can see it in behind the scenes stuff. It's like there's just like a square of people,
right?
And your main character is in the center, and then all of the other seats are empty. Because we never zoom out. We never. Yeah.
And then again, even here, when it's literally in frame, you don't care. Like
we don't care.
You do not see that there's nobody there.
And it's like our two main actors are highlighting it. They're right in front of it, and we don't even care.
Right.
We're we love this movie. Whatever.
At their faces, right? And we have the continuous sound, and then the next shot is going to be Evelyn running through more people. So we just assume, everywhere we go, there's tons and tons of people. But there's not. It's movie magic.
They're probably the same people.
They're
just
probably
moved up.
the same people. Yeah.
Moved from the front to the back. Okay, well, thank you for that, Keenan. I'm gonna see every time you give me one of these, I feel compelled to point it out to other people when we're watching the movie.
Right.
And it's like, that's not a thing you should do, Lester.
Look how the movie's bad.
Yeah.
There. I love this movie. Look how bad it is.
I know this is our third date and, we're watching this movie that both of us, connected on and, we had a really, really great time. And this is like, getting towards, the end. But take a look at this. Take a look at this bullshit.
Yeah, her Bumble profile page is like lover of everything, everywhere, all at once. Hope to find a man to bond over it who will not ruin it in any way.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's partially me.
Yeah. All the way up to that last bit. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, no, we cut to that other shot. I really love this one. Evelyn is looking back at the screen as she continues to run up the aisle to the exit doors. And yeah, even though this is a movie theater, this is absolutely shot like Cinderella running from the ball, right? Like she's out of time. She's running out there with the dress. She's holding the dress up and running. Like, do you get that feeling too?
It hadn't occurred to me, but you're absolutely right. Yeah, she
Like,
looks like the princess, and yeah, absolutely.
And we were talking before, like with the introduction of this universe where we meet Evelyn in that little lobby with the chandelier and everything like that. This is elegant Princess Evelyn that we haven't gotten to see, right? Because like with all the other Michelle Yeoh movies, it's been action star Evelyn / Michelle Yeoh, or the mom Evelyn, and now we get to see like, oh, this is like fairy tale Princess Evelyn.
I love it. So I could see how that's going to continue playing out when we come back to this universe. So let's think about that. Yeah, that's Cinderella analog. I also I like directing extras is something that I find I'm good at. And I like here how some of the extras are noticing Evelyn running out and some of them aren't because they're just in, the movies. That's just well-directed extras. It's not like, they're not overemphasizing it. So they're sort of letting some of the extras like, oh, hey, that's the movie star. She's running out. It's kind of my pet peeve where everyone is like directed not to notice anything that's going on in the movie, even though it's as unusual as a woman running full speed up the aisle. And then, it turns out that's Evelyn Kwan.
Right. So it could go, it could go wrong like two ways. It could go, it's like nobody notices her at all, and it's like it's almost like they're puppets, clapping at the screen. Or it could go the Clint Eastwood way. And you have somebody like, hey, that's the star of the movie.
Whoa, yeah.
What's she doing?
Hands on chin, nodding. Oh, interesting. Oh.
I wonder if she's okay.
This affects me in particular.
Yeah. I wrote a whole backstory about how I gave her a coffee during the filming. Yeah. Anyway, peas and carrots. Clint Eastwood is like, I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, he's in this theater for some reason.
Yes. We cut and Evelyn pushes open those doors and she's Pizza Evelyn? Looking like she just exited a different building and now she's outside on that street corner in the street, actually, and also in that pizza costume.
Right, kind of like she's pushed against the doors in our world, and she's kind of like pushing against her sign, which doesn't have any kind of give to it, and that's what she's tripping over, is that she is pushing this sign in her hands as if it's a door, and there's nothing there to stop her from falling into the street.
Oh, yeah. But I just love the transition of that. Like she's running towards the door, she goes through the door, and now she's in the other universe.
Yep.
Yeah, and she's in the street. Right as she stops, she stops and she looks, and there is a car coming right at her, at us.
Oh.
I tried to see if the license plate meant anything, but I don't think it does.
2 SAM 564.
Well, I wasn't going to read it because I wasn't sure.
Oh.
If it was maybe like somebody's real license plate, so I don't know.
Well, it's the Bleep Keenan minute this week.
Yeah, folks, you might not know, but like I bleeped him on a couple other things. Yeah, talking about the moon landing being fake and all that stuff. No. Anyway.
Wait, no. This is a common license plate used in movies. Apparently, like it is a prop license plate. So I'm just googling that now. I should have done that before. Buffy has it in. Xander uses it. Yeah, so it is. It's apparently just one of those. So there's an IMDb page for this license plate.
Oh wow, okay.
So,
So this is one of those. Okay, so it's like it's like when they're back in the day, like on the sitcoms. It's like just call this number 555-5555.
Yeah, yeah. So there's apparently a podcast called Understood.
Okay,
and they have an episode from 2021 about California license plate 2 SAM 564.
Okay.
All right, so there you go.
How many stars do they have?
Oh, geez. They have 4.8 stars. They have 519 ratings. Geez, why are we over there? Yeah, promoting them. They should be promoting us.
No, I'm sure they're very, very nice.
One of their hosts is Billy Disney.
Jesus Christ.
If you're I study the Disney company. I don't know this Billy Disney.
Yeah.
But like that is one of those things where Disney is a made-up kind of immigrant name.
Okay.
So it's like from when people moved from the north of France to Ireland, it was like originally like D''Igné. So Disney
okay.
is such
like
a rare
or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like means from Igné from the north of France. So when someone has the name Disney, they are almost certainly related to Walt and Roy Disney.
Oh,
because it's one of those.
You're promoting them even more now.
Oh, but his website. Oh, wait, never mind then. BillyDisney.com. Nobody cares about this.
Yeah,
BillyDisney.com says Billy Disney is not related to Walt Disney.
You gave him the website. Let's stop talking about this person in this podcast.
I bet he is Disney related because again, that's a made up immigrant name.
He said he's not. What are you doing?
Well, he's probably several generations removed. Anyway, so this has been Understood, the podcast where we look at questions the internet just hasn't gotten around to yet.
Is that from their thing? Are you reading just their thing?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God. But yeah, okay, Pizza Evelyn, right, gets hit by this car.
This famous car.
Yeah. It's got an IMDb page and everything. Okay, now that is a level of film nerdiness that I think would win back that girl who really likes the Everything Everywhere.
Yeah.
If I pick her up in that car and it doesn't, because other people, right, it's like, oh, I really love this movie, and they'll have like a license plate, a vanity license plate dedicated to that movie, or it's like I really love corn dogs or something like that, and it'll be like CRN DOG 87 or something like that, right? But this one, which is, I already forgot, what is it?
California 2 SAM 564.
Yeah. If you pick her up in that car, folks, and she recognizes that, she's a keeper. Maybe you're not. I don't know. I don't know about you, but, don't ruin movies for her, is all I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway.
She's going to get hit by this thing.
Yeah, she gets hit by this car. And our last shot of this minute is of Opera Evelyn also falling on the stage, on her stage. What is going on, folks? All of our Evelyns are experiencing something.
Yes. And we get this really fun, I don't even know how to describe some of the sound design they do in really well-designed movies like this today. Like the script calls for it to be microphone feedback as she's falling back, but it's something else. It's something more musical, but also like more like unnameable, like that's just hitting the back of our lizard brains here.
Hang on, let me listen. Hang on. Oh yeah, I can hear.
It's not quite microphone feedback, right?
It's like microphone feedback mixed with something else.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just brilliant. Yeah, that just helps that cut so much.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll hear more of it in the next minute, I think. Yeah. But what did we think of this minute?
Oh, really fun. One of the hardest ones to sort of square. Again, like the movie is so meta, so why is it so emotional? Like this should kill you. This should be like, right, like, hey, I'm watching a movie by the Daniels. I'm seeing the Daniels like fuck with me, and and like right after this emotional scene where our two main characters have died, like, but I don't know, it doesn't get in its own way somehow. It's fun, but also stays with the emotional momentum of the film.
It's like that metaphor you were talking about for noise and chaos, and it's this beautiful swirling mass of everything everywhere, but then it's also like, well, no, I think we're the noise part. Noise. But yeah, folks, this has been our 86th minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, I'm on Letterboxd and Instagram as Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that's absolutely free, but would really help us out and mean all the universes to us, would be to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. All right, there's only one thing I can do. Is I have to push Pizza Evelyn out of the way of that car.
No, you're changing the future.
Oh no, no, it's not time travel. There is no time travel.
If you save Pizza Evelyn, you'll never be born.
Yeah, I'll trust you. All right.
Well, in the spirit of these pranks that Daniels are doing that I think are funny, except when they're done to me, I'm going to do one of the most fun things in the world that I find annoying when other people do, is I'm going to get as close to the projector beam of this movie as I can, and I'm going to make bunny ears over the credits of the film.
Oh, there you go.
It's super fun, and fuck you for doing it. Trying to read the credits.
And now you got me thinking about like Gremlins and stuff like that. They did that and they baked that into the movie.
Right.
Yes. Brilliant.
Obviously, let me clearify before we get when a child does it, it's fine. Children can do whatever they want. Right. It's when a grown up does it, like me.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah. All right, Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Like you were saying that noise is like the word, if you say it enough, it becomes a thing. Do you know the word that if you don't say it, it becomes a thing?
What word is that?
Silence.
Of course.
Silence.
Silence.
It's
not silence. Okay, is there nothing we don't ruin? All right, with that, we are out. Folks, until next time, 1, 2, 3.